good luck with that early morning happiness that Nicole has. It's really annoying.
2 more grandkids for both of us.
Love you guys. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Keep laughing.
Loving.
Yep, and you guys are perfect together.
Yes.
Perfect.
And we love you.
So Cody asked me to marry him in September, and I didn't start planning anything until February because it's just really tough for me. It's been almost a year since we lost my dad. And planning something as big and life-changing as this just seemed impossible without my rock there to help me. I had a lot of dark days and tear-filled nights as I tried to work through making this life commitment without my dad. But then I realized that he is here. He's here with all the amazing people that he left me with. So my mom, he chose her over 40 years ago to be the mother of his children. And what a fantastic choice he made, because you'd be hard-pressed to ever find a mom as good as mine. And Paulette, my stepmom, her quiet strength has been a beacon of light as we tried to muddle through this tough year. I had a really hard time deciding who was going to walk me down the aisle, because obviously that should be my dad. So I thought about having my girls because they're the keepers of my heart. I was practically a kid when I had them. Who I am as a woman is largely based on the love I have for them. We grew up together. Or then I thought I'd walk myself down the aisle because I don't belong to anyone and nobody needs to give me away. But then there's 2 men who have walked beside me and stood beside me through all of my entire life. All the good, all the bad. And so it just made sense that they would walk and stand beside me as I made that journey. So those are my brothers, Andrew and Skylar. And then there's one more man. This man ate my toes as a toddler and taught me how to roller skate when I was 5. He kept my mom's crazy at bay through my teenage pregnancy and planning this wedding. I often say I hit the jackpot when it comes to stepdads, but luck wasn't really involved because my dad chose Brick. He chose him 60 years ago, and while nobody could have known the twists and turns those 60 years could have taken, the fact is, Brick is a part of our lives because my dad found the most worthy person and chose him. Brick, thank you for never trying to fill my dad's shoes, but for always loving me and my brothers as your own. Thank you for holding our relationship with our dad and our memories of him in the highest regard. And thank you for being a perfect example of what a father should be. I love you.
Congrats, Nicole and Cody. We love you.
Listen, did we? No. What do you mean? You're already in it.
Just turned off. There's a delete button. Okay, I'm saying hello. And that's it.
Just feeling very blessed.
Same. I love Nicole so much, and I'm so grateful that I get a lot more family to love and to spend time with.
And if I smile, then the tooth that I ate earlier for dinner will show.
Ooh.
Nicole is probably the bravest person I've ever known.
Good.
Wishing you many, many years of happiness and joy. And don't forget, we live in California and come visit sometimes. We'll come to Utah.
He's being so creepy. He's ruining
Your
it.
dad's a creep.
I want to tell you a story about a girl I knew. She was about your age in her last year of high school. She had a lot of plans for her future. Her college plans and thoughts of traveling around the world were formulating in her head, along with lots of other ideas and plans. Similar to you, her parents had recently separated and a lot of confusing thoughts were going on in her head. She had a boyfriend, a junky little car, and a lot of friends. She was one of the best in her sports group. Her mom and dad, although separated, loved her with all their hearts, along with her grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, etc. Her whole life was in front of her. This was a critical time for her, and she was making plans for college and all things she wanted to go and do. Well, as life goes, she became pregnant. What a confusing thing to have happen at this point in her life. Now what? She had lots of pressures from a lot of people on what she should do, ranging the whole gamut of getting married and having a baby, not getting married and raising the baby as a single mom, going away and having the baby, then giving it up for adoption and continue with her college plans, etc. to having a quick abortion and moving on with her life. There were real pressures from people for this option. The thing is, somehow, deep in her heart, she knew this person that she was carrying in her body. She knew this person that she was carrying in her body. She still didn't know what to do, but she still knew she loved this little person. So she decided to keep her baby. She finished high school, she got a job, she found a place to live, and she had her baby. As time went on, she married her baby's father and they formed a family. As with most stories, there has been uncounted joys and sorrows in her life, but she still loves her baby with all her heart. I'm sure by now you have figured out I'm relating to you about your mom and her decision to keep you. She loved you with all her heart before you were even born. I remember the first day she brought you home. She was standing in her living room holding this little thing in her arms. She looked at me and said, "Dad, isn't she beautiful?" Yes, she was beautiful. She still is beautiful. I cannot express to you how much this is a better world because you are in it. So my gift to you on your 18th birthday is to let you know how lucky you are to have the mom you have. Again, she loved you before you were even born. She loved the small infant you were. She loved the little girl you were. She loved the awkward adolescent you were. She loves the beautiful young woman you are now. Does she make mistakes? Maybe. Sometimes what seems like a mistake really isn't. She loved you before you were born, and that was not a mistake. Happy birthday. I love Papa Dan. October 27th, 2015.